Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Doctor Who Big Finish video. In today's Doctor Who Big Finish video, me and Luke will be taking a look at the latest instalment in Big Finish's 60th anniversary celebrations, Once and Future, Two's Company. For many people have been memeing about this being Big Finish throwing darts at a dartboard, and wherever it lands, we're going to put those characters in this story. So we'll figure out whether me and Luke agree that this is a bit of a dartboard story and whether it works in this review. So without further ado, if you want to check out any of the previous Once and Future reviews me and Luke have done, I will leave a link in the description below to those reviews. And without further ado, let's take a look.
So, those Big Finish dartboard allegations,
Yeah.
how are they panning out at the moment? Because that was one of the things that was all over Twitter or X or whatever it's called
Yes.
when this was first announced. People saying that Big Finish are just throwing darts at a board and seeing what names they hit. So, Sixth Doctor, Harry, Lady Christina D'Souza, Jackie, another character who we cannot mention.
Yes.
Third Doctor as well for a little cameo
Yeah,
at
which
the
is
start.
really nice.
Yeah. How do you feel that all works out?
I think this is the joy of the anniversary stuff, isn't it? It's giving us combos that we would only dream. It's very much your action figures, isn't it? It's that sort of mentality of what toys do I have? How can I incorporate them in a story? And do you know what? For the most part, I think it works really well. I think the only downside is Harry gets sidelined.
Yeah, it does a bit, but yeah, I think it works very well as well, this combination. It does look a bit random on the surface, but I think the story works them in very well, particularly in the contrast between Jackie and Lady Christina, not just in terms of them being from very different social backgrounds, but also in the way that Rose has gone off travelling with the Doctor, and so Jackie is a mother without a daughter.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Lady Christina is a daughter without a mother and father. You know, she's very much grown up doing all these different things that her parents have sent her off to just get her out of the way, really. So there's a nice exploration of those two characters there. And I mean, I'll come out and say it. This is my favourite from Once and Future so far.
Yeah, I think it's the story that you laugh at, but you go, oh, it's actually progressing whatever Once and Future is.
It's just a lot of fun as well.
I think that is Once and Future down to the ground, really, isn't it? It's just fun. There's not much substance there to them, but they're just fun, really.
Yeah, and this one more than most has provided that, I'll say. I think some of the other ones, particularly the previous one, A Genius for War, has had a bit of a second act dip. I think this one avoids that problem. It's a bit quicker as well. It's the shortest of them so far.
Yeah, 54 minutes, isn't it?
Yeah, I think. Whereas the others have been going just over the hour mark. And so with this combination, I think it is doing, like you say, what an anniversary should do. Like, you know, with this premise of the Doctor degenerating, changing face all the time, I want them to go for combinations that we wouldn't normally see. Like, you know, Fourth Doctor teaming up with Sarah again, yeah, that's all good, but we're going to get that in some upcoming Fourth Doctor adventures, I'm sure, anyway.
Yeah.
Fifth Doctor and Jenny, we've already had. So here, having this, it's just so different and so exciting for that. You know, we all love the Five Doctors with Third Doctor teaming up with Sarah again, and the Brigadier off with Second Doctor. But one of the most exciting combinations in that story is the First Doctor and Tegan.
Yeah.
Two characters who, for obvious reasons, never interacted during the First Doctor's run. And so it's that random throwing together of characters that makes it so exciting, isn't it? And this is channeling that energy. And whatever you expect Jackie and the Sixth Doctor to be, you'll still be blown away by it. They are brilliant together.
Yeah, they're a duo you didn't think you needed, but you're glad you have it. Because, this is the first time Big Finish have been able to incorporate the new series characters into these big anniversary releases. So this makes it for a nice change to see sort of a nice sort of amalgamation of the show, because, Doctor Who, despite being divided in classic and new, it is the same show. And I think that's what this story does. It unites both, iterations of the show.
Yeah, it celebrates that, really, doesn't it? And you've got the Sixth Doctor and, of course, Harry as well from the classic series, but in a very new series style, like Series 2-esque story, really.
Yes.
One of the more sillier RTD stories, perhaps. Maybe a bit more partners in crime than Fires of Pompeii.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, I mean, it's just a lot of fun, is what I had with this at the end of the day.
I mean, if you want to experience the madness, listen to the Big Finish podcast. They did a 15-minute tease of it, and you really get a sense of what this story is. And it's just a hoot, really, I would say.
Yeah, if you're undecided. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people have already picked it up anyway.
Yeah.
But especially if, like us, you want your limited edition physical copy. You had to get that before that was gone. Yeah. Well, you've not got it yet. Because
it's in the
still
download.
There.
Yeah.
Big Finish having supply issues. We're understanding. We can wait.
Yeah. We can
wait. We waited for our vinyls. We can wait for these physical copies. Yeah. And then next up, we got 10th Doctor with Paternoster Gang and Missy. It's 10th Doctor era combining with Stephen Moffat's era, isn't it?
Yes.
So it's nice to see that.
Sort of like a What If Series 5, isn't it? If Tennant had stayed, but it's not that at all.
No. Well, it's even later than that, really, isn't it? Because Paternoster Gang didn't come along until Series 7. Missy not until Series 8. But yeah, it's nice that Once the Future is now very much delving into, things that couldn't really be done on a TV series. So it'd be interesting to see what the next three have in store when they get announced. Unless they're already announced by now, because we're pre-recording this.
Yeah.
Like, they could have come along by now, and we'll be a bit out of the loop there, sadly.
It'd be fine. It'll be all good. But one of our criticisms with the previous 4 releases is that the releases have sort of been lacking substance in terms of the overall arc.
Yeah, it's been feeling very directionless, isn't it? It's feeling very side questy. Like the Doctor turns up somewhere looking to do something, and then has to do something else instead, and then gets another hint that he has to go off and explore. But you never really feel like you're getting anywhere with the arc. Does this change that?
Yes, it does. I think because you actually start to experience what the degeneration weapon is, and well, you get sort of the substance for it.
I feel like it's more of a red herring, though.
Yeah.
I feel like you're going down that avenue, but then it does end the same way of, you got to go off somewhere else instead to set up another story.
You have more of an answer of where we're going with it.
Yeah, but you sort of had that before anyway, and then you ended up not going there. So, will the next story actually deliver on what it's setting up here, or will it just be another? Oh, you've completed this side quest. Go do the next now. I'm still not sold on it, but I'm just glad I had a good time with this one, really. I mean, I will say one of the biggest flaws is perhaps the ending. It feels like it wraps up too quick.
Yeah, it's literally done in, 3 minutes, I would say, the ending. But we do get an answer about, will these characters remember?
Yeah, that's
events.
This is one that's answered a couple of questions, isn't it? But yeah, one of them is how that whole deal works, because continuity-wise, with Lady Christina meeting the Doctor before Planet of the Dead doesn't quite work out. Don't worry, this story has you covered there, and also sort of backtracks and fills in some of those questions you may have had regarding characters like Sarah and such in past lives. I mean, I think it does feel a bit random in this story. It feels like
it's an afterthought.
That should have come along in past lives, to be honest. I think much better there, but there is an answer to that here. There's also an answer to whether or not the Doctor's clothes change, because that's a question.
That's the thing that bugs you. It bugs you.
It's there on the covers, but in the story it's never really explicit, and you don't know whether it's the all these Doctors running around in the 8th Doctor's clothes or not. But no, there is a line in this that seems to indicate that the clothes change as well.
Yes.
So yeah, there we go. We have that maybe answered now. Although it does feel a bit odd that characters like Jackie never bring up what the Doctor's wearing. They bring up Goldilocks, but they don't want to comment on the coat. It's interesting in the trailer. You've got blue coat, 6th Doctor, yet on the cover you have traditional Colin costume. So again, think of that what you will. Maybe he's wearing the blue costume. It's up to it's in your imagination. Interpret how you will. The story doesn't exactly limit you one way or the other. So whatever you want to imagine. You can imagine him in his Ultimate Adventure outfit if you want, since that figure was just announced. Yeah, you could. You're in that mood. I mean, that could sort of be like, the 14th Doctor, how it's a sort of variation of the 10th Doctor's costume in a way. It could. It's sort of capturing that same energy but doing its own thing. Maybe that's what we should have had for the Once and Future costumes. Yeah, that would have been nice. Sort of. Yeah, that'd have been cool. That'd been an interesting way to go about it. Give us some different combos there. But yeah, speaking of combos, 3rd Doctor and Harry, unexpected but an absolute delight, I would say. Yeah, they're wonderful at the start, aren't they? And also, I think 6th Doctor and Harry work surprisingly well also for the time they have together. He's got that short fused nature similar to the 4th Doctor, hasn't he? But more irascible with Harry. Yes. Yeah. He's much more cantankerous, I suppose. I guess because you know what the Doctor's getting into with Harry, Yeah. But yeah, Harry's just lovable, isn't he? And he is. Christopher Naylor, brilliantly cast in that role. Yeah. I think, it's a nice sort of callback to Ark in Space, isn't it? With him sort of messing with the TARDIS console and then... Yeah, I mean, that's a wonderful little joke towards the start. And we're okay to talk about this because it was mentioned in Vortex as well. Yeah. Harry sort of thinks that he's caused the Doctor to regenerate. Yes. And he's like very apologetic for that. Yeah. But of course, it's not that. It is the G generation going on. I mean, it's just a lot of fun, this story. And it's wild hearing Harry mention the Time War as well, which is such a bizarre thing. Yeah, but it makes sense because we're in sort of the RTD era. Yeah, this is 2006, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, this is an older Harry at this point. Yeah. I mean, what would you give it out of 10 then? Maybe a 8 again, I would say. Yeah, I'm bouncing between 7 and 8 myself. I'll be generous. I'll go 8. I'll join you with that one. Yeah, I think it's my favourite of the bunch because it feels like where we should have gone from the second story, to be honest. That's like better late than never in a way. Yeah, and I think I've said in the past that Colin will be the one that will progress it because it was the same with Legacy of Time, Yeah, that's it. And now we've got 10th Doctor to hopefully progress it even more in the next one. But that seems more interesting because we're not getting the atypical 10th Doctor what you would first imagine. Just going off that bit off the trailer. Yeah, because this is a 10th Doctor who doesn't know his face. He doesn't know what this is going to be because it's a future incarnation's face, as he puts it. So it puts a new spin on it, so there might be more questions. We might get answers finally. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see for that. But I'm very excited for it. I feel like I've been sort of revitalised with the excitement for it because I think there was a danger of you sort of go through the motions with some of these releases. Yeah, I think especially when they're an hour long and it's only once a month, it's sort of, okay, let's get our Once and Future out of the way. Which is, it should feel like more of an event than it does. But I think 10th Doctor, David Tennant should change things up a bit there. And it's been a while since we've heard
David, probably a year, isn't it, since Classic Companions?
Yeah, that was September last year, so it's been a year exactly.
So
September's obviously the Tennant month now.
Yeah, and it'd be good to hear more 10th Doctor. And I'm sure there might probably be nostalgia bias there, but we'll have a good time regardless.
Yeah, we do love him.
We do. There's no such thing as Tennant fatigue.
No, give me all the Tennant. Come on, give me some box sets, Big Finish.
Exactly.
I know you want to. We know they do want to, but it's down to availability and such. So certainly, they'll get around to it.
Absolutely. But yeah, that is Two's Company. I would say nothing more to say other than best of the 4 so far. Hopefully,
I'm sure we'll tier list them all at the end.
Yeah, we will do that eventually. But for now, we're in the right direction. We finished that side quest, onto our next side quest with the 10th Doctor now.
Looking forward to it.
Absolutely. So I'm sure we'll do a review on that like we've done on the previous ones. If you want to check out our thoughts on the other 3 releases, links in the description below. And you can sort of document our journey from optimism to where we go into, okay, all right, we know where we're going now. Vaguely.
Well, we don't know where we're going, but we're at least having a bit of fun.
We're enjoying the ride
along the way. Yeah. We picked up some interest once again. So yeah, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff.
Let us know your thoughts if you listen to it. Be interested to know what you thought of this. I guess dartboard release, what worked tremendously.
Yeah.
So yes, thank you everyone, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Take care, everyone.